Hello home bakers, let's make these delicious geo hard treats which are yummy and look delicious. You can either use candy melts, which is what I'm using, or you can use white chocolate. Melt it in the microwave in a microwave safe dish in blast of 30 seconds until it's nicely melted. Give it a good stir to get rid of any lumps. Next, you add your desired food coloring, and then you mix it together until it's nicely well combined. You'll also need a silicone mold which has your desired shape. So because it's Valentine's soon, I'm using a heart-shaped mold. So here I'm starting to just put a little bit of the melted candy melt into the mold and gently spread it around so that it covers the entirety of the mold. Now you want it to be slightly thick inside because it will keep the shape, but you don't want to put too much. But certainly you want to make sure that you cannot see any part of the mold underneath, because if you can see any part of the mold, when you take it out it will be exposed on the outside. So you just use a teaspoon, or if you have a silicone brush, you can use that to just gently spread the candy melts into the molds. Once the mold has been filled, just use a spatula or a kitchen knife just to scrape off the excess chocolate or candy melt from the edge of the silicone mold, and then you're going to pop it into the fridge to solidify. Next, let's prepare what's going to go inside the treat. So I'm using cake, which I'm crumbling up and mixing with some buttercream and mixing it up nicely. There's a whole wide variety of different things you can use. I'll put more details in the description section. So you're gently going to fill in the rest of the mold with your treats, just gently pushing it in. So you can see why I advise that you let your candy melt or your chocolate set before the next step, and then you just fill it in. Don't overfill, just leave a tiny space enough to cover it with your chocolate or candy melt. Now I think I probably overfilled mine, and you'll see why I said that later on, but try and leave a little bit of space so that you can cover the back. So now you're going to cover the back with the remaining candy melt or chocolate. So you can see it's a little bit messy because I've overfilled it. If you want a nice, neater finishing, then don't overfill it. So essentially you want to use that to coat the end, and then when you're finished you just want to smoothen it off to get rid of any excess chocolate. If it's chocolate, you can leave it at room temperature to set. If it's candy melt you're using, just pop it in the fridge if you're short of time, and then when it's ready just slide it out and guide it out, and there you have your beautiful treat. So you can see these are so easy to make, but the effect is so wow, and they are quite delicious as well. Now if you haven't subscribed to Dr. Mommy Cakes, you are missing out big time. Can I ask you to hit the subscribe button now and turn on all notification bells? Thank you. So now we're going to do the finishing touches and decorate. So a sprinkling of white candy melt just to add a nice pizzazz, and as you know, everything looks better with sprinkles. So we're going to add sprinkles as a final design and adding them on to make them look good. So I hope that you have found this tutorial useful. Don't forget to subscribe and read the description section for more details on the different treats that you can put in, and other techniques and troubleshooting that will help you make this. And don't forget, I'm social, so if you want to ask any questions, drop it in the comment section, or you can find me at Dr. Mommy Cakes on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Happy baking.